Once I got out that is a terrible idea. Like, holy shit, that's bad. How do you take a moment to slap yourself around the face for a few minutes just to rub it in? How could you be so stupid? Well, fuck you. The candle that preferred at least one desecrate the sanctity of our friend Melbox is what you got into this mess in the first place. Oh, well, looks like the mailman forgot to put up the, the thing flappy winged doodad. The bright red arm dealy on the inside of the mailbox. You are quite certain that this thing is supposed to be up when the mail is to be retrieved. When an idiot could tell you that much, and you are a first-rate idiot. You carefully raise the little red flag immediately out of the corner in your eyes. You spy movement in an upstairs window. It must be John, scooping out the mail again. Quick as a flash, you zap yourself out the side and behind a nearby bush. No! No! A wildcat is hanging out back here. It hisses at you, you just let a wave of crackling red cone. Wait, literally just wait. Oh, wait, it hisses at you, but you let a wave of crackling red cone energy dance across your palm and the kitty vanishes. And literally just straight up disappears. Says, okay, fine, whatever. Wait a minute! There's a fucking bomb in it! It's soon universal knowledge that cats can do whatever the hell they want. Except for taking this hiding spot, that is, which you have now commandeered in the name of friendship. This is a much better plan to surprise John. You can't believe you didn't think of it before. You know he loves pranks, and what better prank than to be ambushed by your dear friend. I hope you're still his dear friend. Oh god, you're getting nervous again. You hear the front door open? Shoot, here he comes. Who the fuck are you? Wait, this isn't John. Oh goodness, no. But he appears to be some kind of famous detective type of individual, or at least someone in a famous detective disguise, but as more get the strange impression that the person underneath the disguise isn't John either. Whatever it is, they may beeline for the mailbox. Oh shit, maybe you're watching another mailbox robbery in action. Who will explain the need for a disguise, you guess, to reach out their hand? All of a sudden, several things race through your mind. Unbidden the smell of burning, a flash of light, pain. Without thinking, you spring to action. Oof! You grab the interlooper and zap inside the house. You both materialistically meet there and collapse in a heap of the floor. Outside you hear the telltale sound of an exploding mailbox, because for some reason you know what those sound like. Yeah, it backfired. Phew, that was a close one. Oh lordy, that's smart. What on earth just happened? Your companion sits up in a bit of a daze. It looks like the disguise got knocked off. In old kerfuffle? Your hunch was right on the money. This is definitely not John Egbert. She does look oddly familiar, though. She looks like Zarit? Zarit? I forgot her name. You take a look out the window down into the yard below. Yup, it's just like your ears told you. Where once there was a mandible, there is not a smoldering wooden stump. Surrounded by debris, it's a sight to bring a tear to any mailman's eye, fake or otherwise. You turn back around and find a strange standing over, looking truly disgruntled. She's pointing a large red spoon directly at you, chest. It doesn't really come off as all that threatening, you have to be honest, although she could probably do you at least some form of injury with it. The injury likely wouldn't be all that serious, but you try to take it seriously anyway. Just to be polite. Now hold yours a second, Buster. Who are you? What are you doing in my bedroom? And what is the blue blazes is going on? Come on, spit it out. Oh no, you had been put on the spot, and the first question was such a tough one too. Who are you? It seems that you don't have a defined answer to even after all this time. Gosh, you does seem awfully confident with that spoon. You begin entertaining the thought of this girl might simply decide to beat you to death with it. With a spoon? You're gonna spoon me? Okay, you find it hard to think amid all the confusion. Didn't she say that this is her bedroom? You were that certain that this was John's house. It is John's house? It even has a tire swing and everything. Maybe he transferred? I don't know, move on. It did some time pass, by the way. And this girl, who even is she? John's never mentioned having a sister or anything before, but looking around the room it's obvious that she lives here. There's no trace of any John things. Did he move the house without telling you? That all makes you so impossibly sad. Well, if you won't talk, I suppose I have to suss out the truth myself. She looks at you very carefully for a moment, before glancing over one of the posters on the wall. It's a black and white picture of what looks like a daring group of detectives. They're drawing a fairly minimal style with a round of ovoid heads. Immediately her face lights up in recognition. Oh, I see. Oh, Mom's the word. What? Mom's the word? She taps the side of her nose, knowingly, and winks, and you realize she's trying to let you know that she knows something that you supposedly both know, but all you really know is that you have no idea what it is. Yeah, very good. Okay. Gutsy Gumshoe. Why should you call Gumshoe like Detective Gumshoe? Pretending not to know that which you know, but I know that we both know. Thank you, Sherlock, Detective. Hello, Detective. But I don't have that charm. I don't have the charm for that shit. To pull out that shit. Yeesh. Now you're telling her you haven't got the foggiest clue what she's talking about, knowing stuff. How could anyone possibly accuse you of such a thing? It's alright, I won't tell anyone. Keeping incognito is the utmost importance for problem sleuths like us. Also, always a pleasure to meet a fellow fan. She's out of her mind, I guess. Okay, anyway, ooh, yeah. She seemed to be under the impression that you are some sort of cosplayer. A stick figure cosplayer? Either that or an undercover agent of some sort. What the hell, you might as well roll with it. It is all easier than pretending to be a postal worker. At any rate. Hold on a moment. I just got a thing for a fellow gentle person of taste. She put the spoon away for a moment, which is a relief, then whips another copy of poster and pen out of nowhere. Sign it. You never met or heard of this girl before, and she's just straight up giving you her autograph. Take a look at the signature. The name reads Jane Crocker. You guess this girl name is Jane then. Wow, we got that out of the way. Nice though it is to make your acquaintance. That doesn't explain what you're doing in my house. Come to think of it, how we even got here? Well, it's all very simple actually. There's a boring everyday example of an innocent bystander stepping into a safe and a unwitting teen from a parcel bomb with their zappy held treasure powers. Nothing weird at all! Why someone wanted to kill her? You zap around the room a bit by way of dispresentation and they are back where you started. Just portalization technology. I knew various competitors of ours had been developing something like that for a while, but I had no idea they were already doing field tests. I suppose it shouldn't surprise me. But a parcel bomb, you say? I'm worried. Someone wanted to actually kill you. You just out the window at the sad obliterated remains of the mailbox. There was nothing anyone could do to save it. On its counter, so shoot. Jane wasn't expecting an extremely important delivery, was she? Potentially in the form of significant birthday gifts, or a copy of a mysterious computer game. You mean the suburb alpha? I'm not surprised you heard about it. This isn't due for another week, though. Oh, well, that's a relief then. No harm done. I wouldn't go quite that far. Alpha, notwithstanding the fact remains that someone tried to blow me up. Okay, so some harm done. Gee, then there were some people you cannot fathom who could possibly want to do such a thing, and especially to someone as harmless and personally as Jane here. Come on, one doesn't like to state the obvious, but if I had that to guess, I'd probably relate it to my being in line to inherit one of the largest corporations on the planet. Crocker Corp. Has it annoys me, there's no question about it. I have a strong feeling like, is this the sex difference? By sex difference, say that when you choose male, you encounter certain like the opposite gender of the type. In this case, the female one will encounter some group, and the male one encounter the other group. So they actually like a double ganger, but on a different gender. That is my guess, my mild, faulty guess. Well, of course, that's why her surname was so familiar. Jane is the new face of the Betty Crocker company. You don't know, or maybe it's just completely different. You don't know what to expect, considering what happened on your journey so far. You should have seen this sort of thing coming. Really? Male blowing up? Speaking of which, you wonder aloud if anything like this has ever happened before. The only that could make this any more surprising is if Jan had been sent similar life-threatening cargo on any previous occasion. Oh yes! Well, it appears that happened already. Why, we got mail something similar just last week, in fact. How you survived it? You try not to think too hard about the fact that Jane apparently fell for the exact same thing 2 weeks in a row. But I was out in the yard about to take his car out back to the soak when the blessed mailbox went up into smoke. It was quite a shock. Ever since then, he's been a bit antsy about me checking the mail myself, but today it arrived while he was out. Good thing, too. He will have thrown a fit if he'd known. I'm very all out of the house as it is. I'm sure he means well, but he can come off as a bit overprotective sometimes. I don't think he's being overprotective. He's being the necessary amount to be protective, especially when someone is sending you bomb packages and parcel bomb. I think your father's totally being quite chill about it, especially the fact that he doesn't lock you in your bloody room with a fucking cage as a door. His plump ridiculous have grown less full of vim and vigor and take perfectly good care of herself. Sure, I mean, can you take a bomb and don't die? You don't want to pass hasty judgment on someone's familiar situation, but it's unlike Jane's father, you're just trying to keep her safe. It can be easy, constantly deflecting death threats away from someone determined to walk right into them, where her sense of self-preservation, out the bloody window probably. I suppose it might be seem strange to the uninitiated, but you sort of learn to accept this after a while. Do we? Do you? Do I? Do anyone? I've been dodging death ever since I can remember. I did several times now. Give or take a 4. People seem really determined to do me in, I simply cannot explain it. Not on her level threat, but quite close. Jesus, wow, that must be pretty rough going. Go. God, that sounds awful actually. Mean the imminent ruler of an empire must come enough with a fair number of people who want you gone. Think back to the encounter with Feferi. You suppose you were recently part of such an attempt yourself, in a manner of speaking. Okay. You decline to mention this to Jane and being reminded of your time of Alternia because causes you lapse into an uncomfortable silence. Jane looks around a little awkward before breaking it. So, not that I'm grateful for the fact that you appear to have rescued me from certain peril, but... Oh right, of course, you intruding in a complete stranger home, you're almost forgotten that this is the first time you and Jane ever met. And also, we would like to ask about John. What happened to John? Did he die? Did he got Duke? Well, since as you consider that between the vastness of the universe and the determination of those attempting to murder her, this might be the last time you ever meet as well. Jane offers you to show you out on the way downstairs. You politely ask her how long it's been since her family moved here. Does she know if anyone called John used to live in this house? She gives you a strange look before gesturing to a corpse. Oh god, is that corpse by the fireplace? You take a moment to process the fact that Jane has a stuffed human person mounted on a plinth in her living room. She say that is her pop, which you guess means grandfather. It's kind of hard to pass some of the vocabulary Jane uses sometimes. Anyway, the guy's name was John. You can't help but to see the resemblance of your good friend Egbert. Holy shit. You encountered enough coincidences by now to know that this must be him somehow. You must have traveled forwards in time by accident or some such. It is the only possible explanation. You try very hard not to have a whole mental breakdown about your apparently long dead friend, but sadly not hard enough. However, at the sight of your favorite expression of horror, shock and confusion, Jane perks up considerably. You know my dear old papa? Papa? Yeah, I know your grandpapa. He was my best friend. You shall say something. He was a popular fellow, so I suppose I was only a matter of time before one of the friends from his performing heydays came to visit. That's right, Jane. Keep talking about him and your friendship in the past tense. This is totally helping. You feel better. Or by which you mean to say yes. Yes, Jane. You're absolutely right. You're an old entertaining friend of the Popopo, who just so happened to be visiting the area in the middle of the circus turning season. Try not to insult it though when Jane eats to the lie up with all a moment of hesitation. Well, if one of old Papa Kruger's pals is here, suppose I can just turn you out on the street like some nobody. And Papa will never forgive me for giving a family friend the cold shoulder. Shoulder? Did I just say shoulder? Shoulder. You simply must stay a while longer and insist. You cannot help but to agree enthusiastically, and here you were thinking this volume was over before you really got started. Gee, this makes a nice change. You've grown accustomed to putting in a lot of hard work to score some hangout time with various people on your journey. All it took to convince Jane was the pre-established connection with her apparently very wealthy relatives. It just goes to show you stuff. I'm afraid I haven't fulfilled my duties as host very well so far, but I'm determined to change that starting now. But, what to do? I don't know. I've been playing this game of friendship long enough by now to sense an important decision approaching. You take a quick inventory of Jane's important character details. You mean interest and personality traits. She seemed to have a passion for the lost art of looting. Famous detectives. Looting? What the hell does looting mean? Like intuition? Of years past, her imminent inheritance of a baking conglomerate and expert spoon-wielding likely indication she knows her ways around a cake or two as well. Solve a mystery. Practice some self-care. Solve a mystery. Why don't we do solve a mystery? It's been bothering you for a while, but for someone who claims to follow in the footsteps of the very gutsiest of gumshoes, James seems pretty unmotivated to find out who's been trying to murder her all these years. I agree that sounds far more entertaining and interesting. Perhaps, hopefully, it doesn't lead us to death. Imminent death. Perhaps you should use the means of your disposal to finally put this mystery to rest once and for all. You suggest, Jane, that maybe you should try to ascertain who the parcel was sent by. By whom was parcel sent? What? Grammar, silly. It's very important. Oh, of course. You suppose you agree with that? After all, this is a text-based medium, and shoddy craftsmanship can only ever obscure information. Proper adherence or linguistic convention is one of the utmost importance, ensuring the conveyance of silent details is timely and comprehensible manner. Damn it, Jane, now is not the time, you got a case to solve. Yes, alright, but what exactly are you proposing that we do? I don't know, there's a little evidence that we could feasibly collect. Well, that's true. I mean, everything that will allow us to somehow indeed identify the thing is blown, the bits. The two of you look falling out the window again down to where the mailbox should be. Jane is right. The avenue of investigation went up in smoke a few minutes ago. The investigation has barely gotten started. The trail has already gone cold in a blazing ball of fire. I suggest asking at the mail office or similar, but I don't suppose they know anything in detail about the package origins. It's not like regular mail workers have access to that kind of information. To make matters worse, the mail is one of the few public service Crowcober doesn't particularly own, so I wouldn't be able to pull any string. I don't suppose there was anyone watching at the time the bomb was placed either. You have to admit the possibility seems somehow remote, but that gives you an idea. If there are any witnesses to hand, why not make some yourselves? There is someone to falsify testimony or similar. Why don't you travel back in time? And, there's a totally novel way of going out about it. It seems to be giving a lot more thought than you will have expected, but in any case, that wasn't at all what you meant. You explained, Jane, that far from merely being able to transportalize between any two physical location, you also potentially time travel, whatever, at any point or best for future. Not to be rude, considering that you did just save my life and everything, but that doesn't sound more than a little far-fetched. I don't blame her. Jane seems pretty skeptical about this, but you honestly can be bothered to work through all of her personal misgiving about belief and feasibility of time travel right now. You've been through this with more than a dozen people already. You decide to take a more proactive approach, seeing is believing. After all, you grab her wrist and zap back in time. Jane meet past Jane meet the future Jane. You trust that this will suffice as evidence. I don't. Alright, moving on. Apparently next to the bush that you hid behind earlier. And they wait a moment. Last time we did it, there was a paradox. I'm quite confident about that. Well, god fucking damn it! Okay, anyway, apparently next to the bush and you hide behind earlier and you take refuge in this once again. The conventionally abandoned wristwatch on the ground nearby indicates that you have traveled an hour into the past to sign off the white cat yet. The mailbox is there in all its beautiful and exploded majesty, but stands empty as of right now. This is perfect. All you have to do is wait for the truth to come out. See, Jane? Isn't it exciting, Jane? Wait a minute. Bothering. 911, what's your emergency? Please note that misplaced apostrophe on a shop sign do not constitute an emergency. Alone, help! I'm stuck in the past. Lamau, yes. Well, why did people you off? Was it the fact that nobody else talks like this in the 1920s? What? No, I mean, this is entirely literally. I'm quite literally stuck in the past in a temporal sense. Oh, okay, Emma. Wait, what? Really? Who told you that? Was it? I bet it was Yonki, my thunder kitty. Street. I don't know what the fuck is going on. No, you're not listening to me. I think I've been transported back in time by a mysterious entity which recently saved my life, throwing up another ridiculous destination tapped. Oh, okay. And false alarm, IG, wait, G-Cat can time travel now? No, this is different mysterious entity. They don't seem related to the God Cat as far as I can tell. What God? What? Everything is making so fucking sense. Since when there's a fucking dog cat, God Cat, whatever. Anyway, whatever. They rescued me from a parcel bomb in the mailbox a short while ago, and have since taken upon themselves to help me find out who was responsible. They are remarkably enthusiastic about the issue, almost as if they were their civic duty somehow. So, we just told you we were friends with your grandpapa. Sorry. I mean, come on. So, a number of mysterious abilities. They need better knowledge of mail safety. Compulsion to aid random citizen. Show this space when you suggest your mailman, Jenny. I mean, who knows what kind of magic those little guys can pull off. I'm pretty certain that they have absolutely nothing to do with the professional mail delivery in any particular cases. Anyway, the point is, we are now an hour into the past from the perspective waiting for the perpetrator to place a bomb that not a few minutes ago threatened to blow me to Kingdom Come. It's all a bit much to take in. Well, shucks, Buster. Shucks, Buster, indeed. While Jane has busied herself with something on her phone, you've been keeping a lookout for anything suspicious. So far, nothing has happened, but now, just out of sight, you can hear the telltale sound of a vehicle approaching. You quickly gently elbow Jane in a ribs to get her attention, and the two of you peek your heads tentatively out of the bush. You watch as an unassuming van pulls outside of the house. You're watching a unremarkable person gets out and carries a small pile of mail over to the mailbox, totally unsuspiciously. With this distance, you can't really make out anything about them at all. This is nearly as helpful or informative as you had hoped. This is no good, we can't see anything from all the way over here. I think we might have to resort to one of the more advanced tactics in every detecting arsenal. I propose that we accost this delivery worker, tie them up, and then scrupulously interrogate them for any information they might have. I guess that will work. I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Jane seemed remarkably unconcerned with the ethical qualms inherent in assaulting a public servant. At some point, you will have to find this extremely alarming, but after a few months on Alternia, you are so accustomed to this kind of thing that the thought of actually disagreeing doesn't even occur to you. I guess. I guess we just got mindly F out of here. Jane gets into a position to lead the charge. You reach your hand into a tear in reality rummage around for a moment, retire a long length of rope from somewhere in the terrace hive. Hopefully she won't miss it. You mutter a quick prayer of apology to the guardian deities of male workers everywhere, and then, now! You beat the shit out of him. The two of you leaps from your hiding spot and tackle a hapless stranger just as they are about to climb back into the van. Have at you. Jane is brandishing her trusty spoon as threateningly as any sword. The poor defenseless houseman is taken completely by surprise and topless, to the ground to quickly tie their arms and legs, and heads up all the three of you back out of sight behind the bushes again. Then Jane sets to work. She fixes your captive with a cast iron stare with a ruthless efficiency, begins to rattle off a relentless stream of astute, insightful question. Her tongue is like a whip, beating her query into submission. You're watching a silent horror and she verbally dismantles this unfortunate soul piece by fearful piece. It's like watching a dozen interrogation scenes from a dozen gritty crimes dramas and noir detective flicks all at once. She retires to smoke an invisible cigar at one point, seemingly without notice, at all. You don't even have words for what she does with the spoon. What she does with a spoon. When Jane finally pauses to catch her breath, the nameless face of the courier manages to choke out a few words and spill the beans. Just shan't. Few beans, you are sorry to say. They say they don't know much. Hell, with the dame roughing them up like that, they can't even remember their own name, but they do remember the mysterious package, marked "Handle with care" and addressed to the Kroger residence. Today they remember thinking that there was a nowhere else in the package could have been headed. With a surname like that, it was only fitting, with that big red spoon on the side on the box everything. Jane doesn't say anything else, she just stands up, unties the prisoner, and they're free to go. You flash them a look which you hope says something like, "I'm sorry for helping this distressed teenager tie you up," in order to satisfy her curiosity and appreciate your ongoing public service, but you've never been great at non-verbal communication. Notification rings out from Jane's phone. Perhaps chatting to a friend in this trying time will offer her some comfort. You wander a short distance away, allowing Jane some space to process what happened. You learn the hard way that privacy is a fundamental right that should always be respected. But we throw that out of the window as a great friend. How goes the investigation? Did you try to the retail working or something yet? Oh my god, Janie, you didn't, did you? GDI, we talk about this. Jane, you okay? No, I can't believe it. I'm typing the company, my company. Pretty that they were the one who sent the bomb. Okay, you were right about them, I suppose. You're being SRS right now. You know, like pranking me super hard for megalols? No, of course not. I'm hardly in joking mood. Jane, this is great. What? You finally pulled it through. The butter bitch had the wool over your eyes by no more. I'm so happy. What? No, this is awful. Alright, of course, what I meant was that. Or will you please just stop talking for a second? Can't think with your endless ruddy face blittering all the time. I nearly died for the up 10 times this morning. But survive only to have my entire worldview start to collapse before my very eyes by way of some mysterious time travel magic. Jeez Louise, this is for you. In fact, this must be Christmas birthday come some earlier for all three of you. All three of you? You finally got what you wanted, which was to prove me wrong. Your insane collective conspiracy about my entire life being part of me evil plot look like it might just hold water after all. Congratulations. Go on, say what you told me so. Here, I even type it out for you to copy and paste, so you don't have to worry about any more, what? Hashtag face spelling errors? I told you so. No. I'm not really sure what you say. You're kind of scaring me. I'm sorry, this is scaring me too. Wait, what? Wait, your friends knew that the company wanted to kill you? Well, kill your dad, maybe? I don't know. Jane thinks you guess the conversation must be taking a turn for the heavy, but you cannot say for sure you're feeling good about your decision not to pry into this private discussion. Would it really be some kind of fucked up to intrude at such a vulnerable moment when people are really seen at their best? Feels as though I'm in the middle of an ocean. Scratch that, it feels like whole world is an ocean. Some things so immense, so dark, so vast and deep, so I can even begin to imagine what might be beneath the surface. Everything that I ever known, everything I've ever been, is sinking down into it and vanishing with an airy trace. My only solace is to jump off my own volition before I'm pulled under my force. And what is someone going to catch me and help me stay afloat? The only afloat, my best friend, the word, and any familiarity with the flipping cocktails. Okay. Oh my god, Jane, I know you're like, but kind of mean and exasperated right now. But it means a lot to hear that I'm your best friend, Lily, Heart. Grr. Huh? Rolla, please, I'm only trying to express the deepest of my existential confusion over here. The ocean, la lune, the beast, the river, the ocean! Can you even imagine what's that like? Pfft. On second thought, never mind. This whole analogy comes right on nonsensical and couldn't possibly have any emotional relevance to anyone. I agree with that. Another sick. God, I'm sorry, I'm not handling this well at all. I mean, to be honest, no. But LBR? I don't know. I know IDKs, I don't know. What precise arrangement of emotional response would even realistic ally qualify as quote handling this well? Fishman for topic appropriateness. Oh, like AG had like this whole plan for how I get to you to accept the truth. What truth? But it will work because let's be real, I'm a fucking genius. But also. I'm pretty sure that it will be involved blowing up the whole bunch more shit, or at least mega espagades about the shenanigans. Oh, you know it. Shenanigans out ASS. The point is, I knew that it will be hard, maybe hazardous, our relationship and or your physical health, but knew that you were worth it, and also for what it's worth. I don't give a effing fuck. ABT dunking on your ass, none of us do. So getting very confused. So she's having a crisis, and she's so we are reading someone else complaining on her own crisis with our friends that of course give a mild shit about the existential crisis. Okay, this is like a 2016-18 conversation between teenagers. So I'm kind of already bored the hell out of myself because let's be honest, it's a conversation between teenagers. It's nonsensical often, and it's kind of meh and blah. I'm gonna take a quick break because I'm kind of out of it. I'm back. Okay. Sorry, I needed to take shit. Anyway, your third and final bath. Jin slumps down to the ground, visibly deflated. All the tempers and fury have gone out of her, and now she's just sitting and gazing glumly at the ball of bubblegum pink on her screen. Seeming utterly miserable. You want to comfort her to offer solace a friendly counsel in this trying time? Wait. Let me get a second. She's upset because the company that her father is trying to kill him. I'm very not surprised. I mean, I'm guessing he's the CEO, so owner. So they want him pretty much dead. There comes a moment in every teen upbringing when she realized that the globe-spanning multi-billion-dollar corporation, which is her birthright, has also been responsible for some of pretty shady and heinous nonsense, including multiple attempts of her own life, which is part of growing up. Yeah, that sucks. But somehow you just cannot find words, and maybe it's not your place to comment anyway. Before you can think of something to say, Jane shakes her head and starts tapping again. Alright, there's Knife sitting around, feeling all forlorn. Feeling P-okay, actually. No, I mean, I'm talking about myself. This new reality is one that I simply have to accept, whether I like it or not, and it's not good being glum about it. Especially not if that leads me to mistreat my nearest and dearest. So I'm going to be the leader of the worldwide mega corporation. Big deal. There are better things to be applying my savvy to. The friends who have my back, for instance. OMG! Janie, I'm loving this new enthusiasm. I understand I've seemed remiss in my duties as of late, but that ends now. Where once I had a duty to my heritage, now I have a duty to those who care about me. The call of leadership comes from elsewhere. ONG. Yes, these words you're typing, meaningful and full of poignance. Jane strikes pose that looks at once determined, typing furiously away on her mobile. It just goes to show how hard she must have been trained for a moment like this. So for my sister, for my first act as a responsible friend with eyes unclouded by the sugary haze of a manipulative baking empire. I say it ends here. The game in which we be pawns for years stops today. Yes, hell yes. I mean, yes. I think I've rather gone off the idea of games altogether. Haven't you? Specifically, the game. Are they still talking about the game? That game that we didn't have the opportunity to, you know, play? Whatever. Specifically, the game. Hell fucking yeah. Wait, what? The alpha. I decided that I'm not going to participate. It's a Cockerburg product. It's clearly part of some grand evil scheme or another. Which is possibly suicidal to consider playing it. What? Oh, wait. It's a Crocker core product is clearly part of some grand evil scheme over another. I'd be positively suicidal to consider playing at this point. Well, yes, but what? There's no doubt in my mind about it. Furthermore, as your friend, as you one recently reminded of her duty of care in this regard, I feel like I should strongly advise against any of us playing it, or anyone at all, for what that matter. Do we fuck the multiverse again? Do you fuck to the new timeline again? Now that I think about it, it's our solemn and responsibility to ensure that nobody ever gets their hands to that game. Imagine the havoc of it could wreck. We got that 1 week before the alpha is due to release. I'm certain we can think about some nefarious schemes to disrupt it in the meantime. We work together as a team. I trust I'll be able to count on you, Haxor skill. Haxor? Is how you're gonna say it? Sick in this endeavor. I am sure completely accidental lack of excitement. My 6 skills is yo come on to command. I knew it. You're the best BFFIC one could hope for. Okay. Jane clears her throat, pokes at her phone, and seems to have reached some kind of conclusion. The show looked from the outside like it was one huge emotional journey from start to finish. You're glad that Jane seemed to be feeling better for having had it, whatever they ended up talking about. Sometimes all you need is a friend to vent things to words in a healthy and productive manner. I suppose I should thank you again. Without your help, I may never have learned the truth. It's quite possible I will have lived out the rest of my potentiality very short life without another opportunity to see things for what they really were. Don't know how I shall ever repay you. Well, you shall repay me by, you know, disarm the bomb your mail. That'll be very kind of you. Since nothing today has changed the fact that Jane is ludicrously wealthy, you can think of a great number of what they should reasonably repay you. but I might just be pushing it a little too far all at once. So instead, you effortlessly spin some yarn about this being what friends are for, and so on in the speech you've given many times. Shush, Jesus, why you didn't ask for something? I don't know, a cake? I mean, you know, whatever. I depend on you for a great deal, but now I think it's time to forge my own path under my own steam. I show you the word that Jane Croker can accomplish. We now about her. There was something. I don't mind me. With not about her two bare hands. Now, if you excuse me, I have an existential crisis to avert. Existential crisis, not averted, to deal with. The chance is, as a matter of fact, the end of the episode. As a matter of fact, is acceptable to me since we actually got what we were going for. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked the episode, and well, it is what it is. Less interesting, since I guess a lot of things was going around. A lot of existential crisis. The problem about existential crisis, it depends of the it's very hard to relate. I feel like because it depends often on the person to person. So it's very unique, and often I like to say it's too specific for your own taste. So existential crisis, yeah, big balloony to deal with. So it's often BS, not always, but it's often BS. You kind of realize after years of thinking about it, then you'll be like, oh, it's kind of BS. Yes, it's kind of BS. It always end up to being BS because the first thing you think is BS because it's BS. So everything is BS, so you realize that also these things are BS. Guess I'll be a bad therapist. So with this taking into account, we can end the episode with this lovely note, and have a lovely day, and see you to the next volume. We're gonna meet a friend, another new friend.